It's Tuesday, June 17th. I'm Amy McGorry. Accused Gilgo Beach serial killer Rex Heuermann is expected back in court today. It's to continue the hearing on whether certain DNA evidence is admissible in court. Heuermann has pleaded not guilty to killing 7 women. The SALT deduction is in limbo. Senate Republicans released their tax plan, which keeps the $10,000 cap on state and local tax deductions. Last month, the Republican House majority passed a version of the bill that would raise the cap to $40,000. Some Long Island agencies are struggling with DOGE-related funding delays. New procedures to obtain already awarded federal grant money have caused confusion and delays for the Rockville Center Coalition for Youth, which focuses on preventing substance abuse.
There are trainings that we're required to go to under our federal grant requirements that we may not have the funding to send our staff to. So, we are just taking it day by day.
A spokeswoman for the federal agency overseeing the payouts defended the new procedures. Used Teslas are losing value faster than any other car brands. Research firm IC Cars says the decline is driven by falling new car prices, softening EV demand, and growing backlash against CEO Elon Musk's political activities. LIRR commuters will soon have a new spot to slurp oysters. Trax Raw Bar and Grill is set to open next month at Grand Central Madison with a lighter menu. And Northwell at Jones Beach Theater unveiled new fan experiences. The Meetup Plaza is part of the renovation. Fans can congregate for new food and drink options and play games before concerts. Sounds like fun. The VIP section is also expanded with a new rooftop bar. Checking out your hyperlocal Tuesday weather, we're tracking chances for some rain today and tomorrow, just ahead of a big warm-up. Here's a look outside at Foster Memorial Beach in Sag Harbor. Oh, don't you want to just be there right now? Mostly cloudy out there today, a chance for spotty showers. Today's highs will be around 70 degrees across the island. The futurecast showing some wet weather today and this evening with a chance of a thunderstorm into tomorrow morning. It's feeling warmer tomorrow as temps near 80 degrees. Thursday will be the warmest day of the week with highs in the mid-80s. Sunshine and temps in the 80s this weekend as summer officially begins Friday.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Fire Island Ferries.
Only in Newsday, we're going inside the app tracking ICE here on Long Island. Virginia Huey has the story.
The recent wave of U.S. Customs and Immigration Enforcement raids on Long Island is sowing fear and uncertainty in migrant communities. Residents say the immigration crackdown is scaring people away from shopping centers, laundromats, and workplaces.
The impact is honestly very, very worrying for our community. They are causing mass hysteria in our communities.
To combat fear and misinformation, 19-year-old Kristen Valet and fellow members of ICE Live Forward launched an ICE Tracker app in January. The advocacy group says the online tracker uses photos and videos recorded by residents who spot immigration agents trying to arrest migrants. We're told the app is designed to promote transparency around ICE operations by posting verified sightings of ICE agents.
This is a way of just informing the community of these raids. We don't advocate for confrontation. We don't advocate for people to get in the way of these raids. It's more of so people have an idea of where these agents have been and how they can keep themselves safe from any unfortunate event.
A lot of the activities that we've seen across the nation, they tend to operate under the radar, and in this way we're able to tell the community, here they are.
About 2,000 people are signed up for the ICE Tracker's push notification alerts, which are sent only after ICE Live Forward volunteers verify it is ICE or another government agency involved in immigration enforcement.
The message that we want to send is to just let people know that they are not alone, that we are actively looking out for them and actively trying to make sure that people are not in fear of their lives.
For Newsday TV, I'm Virginia Huey.
You can read more about this story on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Some signs Long Island's red-hot housing market could be cooling. Newsday's Jonathan Lamantia looks at why prices are rising at a slower pace.
So Long Island home prices are still increasing, but we've seen some moderation in those home price gains. There had been, double-digit percentage increases for a while. Nassau County, the median price in May was $810,000. That was only 2.5% more than the $790,000 that it was in May of 2024. And in Suffolk, another record high, $690,000 was the median price, and that compares to $650,000 in May of 2024. So the agents that I spoke with, expect, continued levels of competition, particularly around, if you're purchasing a house that's for $800,000 or less, if you're in that kind of range that a lot of first-time home buyers are in, perhaps $600,000 or $700,000, then there is a lot of competition at that price point. For buyers that might be selling a house that they already own and purchasing more expensive homes, they've seen a little bit more softness and a little bit less competition at those ranges. But really, the spring didn't deliver the number of new listings that a lot of folks in the real estate industry were expecting. And so that pressure, that upward pressure on prices is still present with us.
And you could read more about Long Island's housing market on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
Michelle, we're making tacos. Italian tacos. Over at Tony's Tacos in Garden City,
everything is to the detail.
Owner Mike Scotto is cooking up something special.
My name is Mike Scotto. I'm the owner of Tony's Taco. I've been in the restaurant business for 20 years, and I love to see people smile when they taste my food.
For years, Scotto has been putting his spin on tacos, packing them with Italian favorites like pepperoni, pesto, and of course, lots of cheese.
And then we're gonna go with some cheese sauce.
And if you ask him why opening up a taco restaurant is worth it, he does not mince words. What makes it worth it?
Money.
I was saying, what makes it worth it to be a restaurant owner?
Money.
Money, okay.
I mean, I'm telling you the truth.
Other than the cash, Scotto says a good taco store owner has to have grit and be willing to make sacrifices.
I opened with what I had, so the restaurant business is painful because basically you work when everybody else is off. So you have to make a life choice, especially when you start it.
But just because you're working does not mean you can't also have fun.
I'm gonna feed this beautiful girl.
How is it?
Oh my God.
Even with thousands of tacos being shelled out every day and thousands of happy customers, Scotto admits maybe the taco business has its perks. Perks that money can't buy.
They eat the taco and say, that's the best thing I have had. That's the rewards that you get. If you do it just for the money to begin with, you're not gonna last.
Ken Buffa, Newsday TV.
I think I know what I'm having for dinner. All right, see more Long Island Works segments on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. The Yankees kicking off Hope Week by honoring a Long Island grandma. 87-year-old Joan Highland of Malvern was honored yesterday. Her nonprofit Love Nana creates gift bundles of baby clothes for families in need on Long Island and in New York City. She's hoping the exposure helps her grow.
Maybe a little bigger space, maybe I could reach more families, maybe I could give more bundles out to people. So yeah, it's going to be, I think it's going to be important. I think people are going to know about me. From here, I do. It's very exciting.
Certainly is. Each day during Hope Week, the Yankees reach out to an individual, family, or organization to help support their cause. You can see more on these stories on Newsday.com and watch us streaming anytime on Local Now, YouTube, and the other services that you see right here. I'm Amy McGorry. Thanks for joining us.